Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 49 of the Everything Motor Racing Podcast. I hope you've had a nice week. We are back. It's 1 week until Indonesia, and I can't wait. I mean, my sleep schedule can definitely wait because I think FP1's in at 1 a.m. in the morning. I will be adjusting myself this week to that time. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. But I am looking forward to it. I'm sure you lot will be when you have to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch the race. But obviously, Cameron won't be watching the races.
No, I'm not going to be here.
Yeah. Congratulations to Cameron, who is getting married next week.
Yeah. Woo. I mean, we've been over this. Like, it could still all go horribly wrong. There's a week to go.
Right. Yeah.
all going to
still
plan.
leave you at the altar.
Yeah. All going to plan. I'm not going to be here.
Might dislike you.
What?
If CNI dog might take a dislike to you,
The fucking what?
Because she's blind. Fuck you.
What?
Jesus, that was 10 years
This girl went blind because of that face. It's a joke.
It's a good face. Well, I mean...
Yeah. I mean...
Not a bad face. Could be yours.
I've seen worse, to be fair.
It is Scottish, though, which I said that. Is your girlfriend or soon-to-be wife Scottish?
She was born in London, but has lived here for many, many years. So
what he's asking is, does she have the Scottish accent?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't going to ask her. I was going to say if she has standards, but if she's lived in Scotland, then she's
standards
fine.
Standards are pretty low.
Answered.
Anyway.
Legitimately, congratulations. Hope it goes well.
Yeah, congratulations. So we won't have Cameron on the podcast next week, but I actually keep forgetting to speak to Jacob because there was somebody I want to drag in on the podcast, but I need to speak to him about it. So I'll speak to you after, Jacob.
Okay.
I can't be able to cut this out. But anyway, this podcast was meant to be a little bit different this week. We had a rider I won't name booked in this week. He'll probably listen to this podcast.
Yeah, the thing is, you put it on your story so everybody knows who you're talking about.
Shit. Yeah, I won't say his name anyway. If you know, you know. But yeah, we're meant to have a rider. Shit happens. And we haven't got the rider, but we'll try and get him back again soon. So last minute, we have created a new format for this podcast. Well, hey. But before I go into like what we're actually doing this episode, Motogp Unlimited is out. On the day this podcast is released, it will be out as well.
Yeah, nobody's going to listen to it, are they? They'll be watching that.
Yeah, I'm quite excited for it. You know, I'm watching the Jacob somehow has already finished Drive to Survive's new season on the day it came out.
Perks of working from home, see? I just chucked it on in the background and just absorbed it. Like, of all the things that shocked me the most, Nikita Mazepin's English is incredible.
Didn't he go to university in London though or something?
Yeah,
he was in London
as well. Like, he speaks better English than me. Like, not a tough task. But
he sounds like Zonta.
Yeah.
Right, bruv?
Yeah, literally. Like, he sounds like... He literally doesn't sound Russian. It's bonkers.
Yeah, it's funny. But I'm enjoying that season. You know, like, I don't watch F1. I follow it loosely. I watch, like, the last race of the season, like last year when there's a title battle going down to the line kind of thing, but I don't care about it. So it's nice to kind of see the whole season condensed into 8 episodes, 10 episodes like that.
10, yeah.
For something you don't watch, you know, so it's easy to follow. I'm hoping I have quite high standards for the Motogp Unlimited series. You know, the trailers looked good, but we've only had one trailer, so we can't really judge it from that.
And it's supposed to be chronological, isn't it? As opposed to Drive to Survive doing it via teams.
Yeah, that's right. And
I think I prefer that.
Yeah, and some journalists have actually watched it already, and they kind of liked it, said that it was positive, things like that. They all had to, even the British ones had to watch it in like Spanish, so they're gonna have to rewatch it. They've said that's what I learned from Simon Patterson. But yeah, they said it looks good. You know, that there's things in there that not even they knew about. Really excited to see the Vinales and Yamaha drama unfold in front of our eyes. That's going to be really good.
That's gonna fucking slap, that is.
Yeah, and obviously Jorge Martinez return to racing after his dramatic injuries at Portimao as well, and Marquez's recovery, Fabio's kind of, I don't know, just behind the scenes stuff. You know, Suzuki struggles without having Davide Brivio last year, Pecco's rise. Man, I just can't wait.
Spicy.
I'm
really hoping.
Sorry, does it just follow MotoGP or does it do like the whole paddock, Moto2,
only
Moto3?
I think it's just MotoGP, yeah, which does suck because I actually really wanted to see Pedro Costa.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I get it with F1, like they won't have F2 and F3 because they're kind of, although they're like subcategories, they're not as like intertwined with F1 as Moto2 and Moto3 are.
Yeah,
you know, like Moto2 and Moto3 are, they come as a package, whereas it's F1 and then you've got like bonus DLC of F2 and F3 if you want it.
Yeah, that's it. Like F2 is probably better than Formula 1 for me. F2 is fucking amazing.
Yeah, because it's all like one
Dallara
spec
chassis
series, isn't it? Yeah, but I don't want to talk about F1 too much.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, it's like F2, I guess. Yeah, but like, so I'm excited for it. I have high hopes for MotoGP Unlimited, but we'll have to see. You know, it can go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
You what?
There's a lot on the line because like we're already so emotionally invested in it, and I think, you know, it's kind of like making it accessible to more people, and you want that to be, you want justice to be done for that. You don't want it to be like, oh man, this is just like not sort of.
Do I want it to be more accessible though?
Yeah.
Look at the influx of dickheads on the Formula 1 social media.
Yeah, but it's done so much for their sport. You know, in MotoGP, it'll hopefully do a lot for MotoGP sport and for us.
Think of the Everything Motor Racing listener profile.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, imagine the engagement when that comes out. Could I finally get a job out of this?
Well,
I hope it doesn't bring the influx of cocks that Formula 1 brought in, but I'm not holding my breath on that. I don't care, to a point.
We'll leave those in Wales. We'll leave those cocks in Wales. And it's fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah, we watch it in Welsh, so you don't have to disturb you. It's fine.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, there are a lot of idiots in MotoGP already, but if you follow the right channels and look in the right places, you often won't see them. I rarely see them. You know, I get the odd stupid comment, but like, it depends where you go and where you're looking. You know, if you look in the wrong groups, you will find so many idiots, stupid opinions. Facts. But if you shy away from that, and then you should be all right. I don't like the F1 fandoms and stuff on Twitter. I think it's all a bit cringe, but like MotoGP has the same thing.
Lap 58 shit. Oh my god.
It's horrible. But
makes me want to shoot myself.
MotoGP has the same stuff. You know, Sepang 2015 still gets rolled up and all that malarkey. But I just stay away from that stuff. I can't be bothered, dude. You know.
That's one of the questions.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah. So, onto the actual what we're doing this episode. We're doing like a Q&A. I think, was it Cameron or Jacob suggested it? I don't know. One of you two suggested it.
Well, I won't take full credit because my editor suggested it.
Your editor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jacob's got someone who makes photos for him, and so now he's got an editor.
Now. Well, I don't know what else to call her. My photoist.
She's the lady that makes your images, I guess. Or some of your images.
But it was her suggestion, and I thought, yeah, actually a really good idea.
Enough.
And then, by pure chance, it just came up that actually we can pull it out this weekend. So, why not now?
Yeah,
why
exactly.
Not?
So, we asked you, lovely lot, you sexy mother truckers, on Instagram stories.
What's up for truck, Dick?
A what?
For truck?
No, a mother trucker.
Yeah, but you definitely went for an F in front of that loud.
Yeah, I probably did, to be fair.
Truck.
For truck. But like, so we asked you lovely human beings on our Instagram story. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, what are you doing? We asked you people basically to just send in some questions that you'd like us answering on the podcast. And we said we would answer them honestly and truthfully. Can't promise to answer them all because we did get a freaking lot, but I have, compiled a list of a few that I want us to answer, and we will answer truthfully and honestly. And yeah, hopefully not expose ourselves too much.
Well, Jacob's used to that, so
yeah,
part for the course.
Yeah, that charge for the trench coat.
Oh God.
Yeah. So Basically, what I'll do is, because you two don't actually know these questions, what is my phone doing? I just got them on my phone as a list. Jacob's got some as well that I haven't seen. I haven't told you them, so I want just your straight first answers or what comes to your head. Obviously, you can change your answer after you kind of give it. We'll all give off some answers, and yeah, it'll be a fun time. We can just talk about these things, you know?
Okay.
All right.
So, honestly, before we start, like my first thought was, what if someone asked for my bank details? And I thought, joke's on them. There's no fucking anything in it. So,
have your bank account detail?
Yeah, you can have it, but take on my overdraft. Crack on.
Yeah, let's go. Right. So the first question we got was from Jan.Bumpy47. We got Jan. He messages the page quite a lot, actually. I talked to him base. Question is, what is your favourite track that MotoGP is not racing at? I'll put the question to you two first, then obviously I'll answer last. So.
I think Deck already knows what I'm going to say.
I guess South African track.
No, not Kyalami. I do like Kyalami, but it's Donington.
Oh, of course. Of course, it's Donington.
Donington is perfect. It has everything you could possibly need.
Yeah, Donington's decent.
Apart from facilities.
Yeah, that's it, you know.
But yeah, it's like Crater Curves in the old hairpin is probably one of the single best pieces of tarmac to exist.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough, mate. And Cameron?
In a cop-out way, I'm kind of I'm in the same boat because I don't know, more for nostalgic reasons, because I went to MotoGP in Donington like 2005 or something.
Yeah, my first year that was.
Yeah,
it's Rossi violin year.
Yes, yeah. So it's just, I don't know, for like nostalgic, sentimental reasons. I wish they were back at Donington more than anything. But I wish I could be more sort of fun and exotic than that. But I don't know, Donington.
You don't need to be. You always agree with Jacob, so
it's weird that it's like he knows what he's on about sometimes. Sometimes,
yeah. Fucking hell, hold that loosely there, man. Jeez. For me, right, this is a track. It's on my bucket list. I will forever want to go to this track. It's not safe for bikes, and there's a reason it's not on the calendar anymore.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Spa.
No.
Oh.
But Spa is being updated now to hold motorbikes. Like the World Endurance Championship should be at Spa this year or next year, and they will be safe enough to do motorbikes. But no, like track, I've spent so many hours watching videos of this track. I adore this track. It's Monza.
Oh,
I would love to see MotoGP at Monza. It's not safe enough, you know. The reason it's not there is because of obviously Gianni Sarian, who lost his life, and a few other riders who lost their life at the track. My god,
I thought of one.
Go for it.
Laguna Seca.
Yes, Laguna.
I do love Laguna.
Throwback. It's such a good track, dude.
Yeah.
What was that Spanish track in Madrid?
Oh, I think I know what you mean. I can't remember off the top.
There's this one Spanish track we don't go to anymore, and I got it on GP bikes, and it is fucking amazing.
No, I don't know.
I want to say Jarama, but that doesn't sound right.
No. Well, if you think about it, you can think and let us know later on.
Have a Google.
I still say Dono.
Yeah, Dono. Don. So one from Alyssa Han 99 that says, this is a good one actually. What's your first memory of motorcycle racing?
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I've got mine, but I can answer first what you think, or...
Mine is Nicky Hayden sideways down Craner Curves at 2005 in the wet.
Nice.
With the rear disc glowing and the bike just...
That was on the V5 as well, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And from that, in that instant, I became a Nicky Hayden fan. I'd never seen anything like it, and I still haven't since. Like, the only thing I could think would be comparable would be seeing Mark coming down Cranos. But he was pure sideways. The rear disc was glowing, where he was just stomping on it. Oh, it was art. Like, if someone has a picture of that, send it, because I've not seen a photo of it, and I would love to, but it's burned into my brain. That and the KTM from that year, the Proton KTM.
Oh, shaky bed on it.
Which sounded so loud. I've never heard anything. Honestly, like literally, it's like they didn't even bother with baffles. It was just straight pipes. It was mental.
Okay, and Camry?
So I mean, I was born in 93.
Oh,
I know. So I've got like sort of flashes of memories in my head of like Colin Edwards on like a Castrol Honda, Foggy on Ducatis and stuff. But I think the first sort of real, the kind of earliest memory where I'm like I sort of knew what was going on, rather than just sort of enjoying watching bikes on the screen, was Rossi at Donington in the wet, coming over the line, playing the violin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Iconic. That was 2005, wasn't it? Or
that was 05 as well.
Was that 05?
Yep, that was 05 as well.
Goodness me. It might not have been 05 I was there. It was mid-2000s. But I can remember seeing that, and I don't know, like it did something different in my brain. I was like, this is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was.
So that's my first sort of like proper, or earliest one I can really recall and sticks out of my brain, I would say.
Fair enough.
Same year, anyway. Nice.
For me, I don't know, like, because I got two, which sounds weird. So
when I was like,
memories. When I was like really young, like we're talking like 5 or 4 years old, but maybe a bit older actually. Maybe I will say 6. For some reason, right? I'm going to go on a bit of a story here. For some reason, I got in the habit of waking up at 5 o'clock every morning. Even on weekends, I get up at 5 a.m., go down and turn the TV on. And I remember me and my brother and sister, a bit younger than us, turned on this race on the BBC. And it was motorbikes racing around the track. And we picked a colour each. It was like I can't remember the exact colours, but I know there was a blue one and a red one, and I can't remember any others. And we all just picked which colour we want to win. I think they were racing at Assen or Shanghai, one of the two. I think it was Shanghai. And we all picked a thing. And that was probably my earliest memory, but not knowing what it was. My first memory of actually knowing what it was my dad was getting into the sport. And he was watching Laguna Seca 2008.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And like,
nice.
Yeah, like the biggest one.
Yeah.
Like Lorenzo crashed out, smashed his ankles up, and then
that high side. Ooh.
Yeah, horrendous. And then obviously the Rossi and Stoner battle. That I would say is my earliest memory, I would say, of racing.
Yeah, good shout.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I want to go a bit quicker. We are already 20 minutes in and we've got a lot of questions.
Okay.
You're going to shorter.
So, right. I'm not going to ask that one. Okay, I'll do it. Right. Demetrius _Atticus says, right, this can be all time, by the way. I would like to hear your top 3 of everyone's favourite riders, and also well done for your great podcast. So thank you very much, Demetrius. I really appreciate that. Cool. Thank you.
So top
I'm going to answer
riders.
this one first. Yeah, I'm going to answer this first. Of all time, I want to say, right.
Go on.
I want to say as well, just to reiterate this, I'm not biased to these riders. Like, I like these riders, but I'm not biased towards them in a journalistic or anything like that. So, I would say, Marc Marquez is in there, in the top 3. Again, when I first started watching racing in 2008, I remember one of my other earliest memories is getting the Motogp game, the 2008 Motogp game, launching the 125s, looking for the youngest rider, which was Marc Marquez, going out and win a championship with him.
Shout on the
So it was you.
And I was yeah. And so I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old at that point. And I think from then I was kind of hooked on Marquez at 10 years old. Like, this guy is sick. He's 15. He's so young and he's doing this, And I think from there, then, I followed his kind of raw, like, leap into the Premier class. And, like, now he's a lot more... Now, with what I do, I'm not like... I don't root for Marquez every time. I'm not like, yeah, go Marquez. I want to see racing. I think Marquez being my first... I was a huge Rossi fan.
Soft spot.
Yeah, like the first... Because I fancy then. I followed Rossi because my dad and stepmom, because my dad and stepmom were like all over Rossi. My stepmom's the biggest Rossi fan you'll ever meet in your life. Like, and so of course I liked Rossi, but then I found this like affiliation to Mark as well. And then he came into the GP and, like things he's gone on to achieve is just amazing.
I reckon he's still possibly a part of the youngest average podium as well.
Oh, 100%.
Because Donington, 08. Redding and Marquez were both 15. And D'Amelio was like 24.
Yeah. It's
I got to average out.
Yeah. But so say Marquez is one of them. Again, it doesn't affect any of my journalism. And then Louis Salom, because I won't go too much into it, but just again, another affiliation, just rider just pulls you in and you go, you know what? Like, I really like you. And day Louis Salom died, brah.
That was sad. I do miss Mexicano myself. I gotta be honest.
That was the first time I think I ever cried at motorsport. And I was a wreck, dude.
And in a free practice as well.
Oh man, that was horrendous. And I'm not saying that because he's dead, but because there's posts you can find even before he died of me going, what rider do you really like that isn't at the front of the field? And it would always be Louis Salom that I'd post about.
I back that.
Third, I don't really have a third anymore, but it used to be Maverick Vinales because, again, I thought he was a bit of a beast.
Still is.
I don't really have a third. Maybe of all time, Valentino Rossi, I guess. These days, I couldn't care too less about him, not in a bad way, but he was the first rider I ever followed. I've got replicas of his helmets, I've got his t-shirts, got his posters, blah, 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 blah. So Rossi, because it's hard not to be a Rossi fan, even if you don't like him, if you know what I mean. So, yeah.
Okay. For me first, Marco Simoncelli.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the fan club before he died. I really liked Simoncelli. Even if I never thought he'd win a title, but he entertained me. Bang on.
Fair enough.
Second, Casey Stoner.
Of course, legend.
The things he could do with a bike, nobody else could.
Yeah.
And third, Jorge Lorenzo.
The beast.
The buttery smooth. Mantequilla y Matia.
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, as well, I was going to say Danny Pedrosa as well. I freaking love that guy. Anyway.
Never quite liked Danny, see. I liked Danny, but he was never my favourite.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I love Danny. I'm not going to go too into it, but Cameron, top 3 riders. Doesn't have to be an order, but
that's I was about to say, I don't know if I can sort of give them an order as such, but 3 riders. So obviously Valentino Rossi is why I'm here, I guess. It's why I'm into the sport and love it. Such as you get your Michael Jordans and all that, these guys that just take the sport to a whole new level. They transcend the sport. I know everyone's been saying that for the last year. These people who transcend the sport, but it's true.
I think he is one of the few, so I think you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Casey Stoner.
Oh, wow.
Well, firstly, because obviously he's an absolute beast. He could do stuff on a bike that defies belief. But then also, I think I kind of resonate with his demeanor a bit, I guess. He sort of is
he just wanted to get on a bike and fucking ride it. He didn't want to speak to anybody about it.
Casey Stoner just wanted to ride a bike.
He did. He just wanted to ride a bike, but then also he fucking there was a bit of him that fucking hated it as well, And he was I think it's the sort of it's the polar opposite of Rossi. Do you know what I mean? You've got this huge personality in the paddock that sort of dominates the entire scene. Then you've got this guy who just sort of shows up, blows everyone away and goes home and doesn't say too much about it. And I like that. I really like that.
Shit up, goes home. I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But the thing is, when he did fuck shit up, he was doing things that literally nobody else could ever match. Who's won? I just had a message. Who's won Daytona?
Sorry to cut in. Brandon fucking Pash just won the Daytona.
Again?
Yes,
no way.
7,000th of a second.
That's got to be the same as last time, no?
My phone just went nuts and I saw your face. I thought, Summer's just won Daytona.
Yes, Brandon. He was on the podcast the other week, as we saw. So
I didn't expect him to win that fucking
dude. Get in there. Congrats, Brandon, mate. Legend, dude. Fair play.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Brandon.
Sorry to cut you off there, Cameron.
No,
carry on.
Totally understandable. Third rider. I don't know. I had still do have a real soft spot for Petrucci. I know he's not super flashy or anything, but like I genuinely care about how he's doing, like life after MotoGP. Whereas all these other guys, they like leave the field and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's cool to see what they're up to. But like Petrucci, I'm like, I don't know, I'll just always be rooting for him. He'll be doing something completely different in 30 years. And I'll be
might still be doing Dakar.
Well, he might be. Yeah. In terms of like just personalities that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I think Petrucci, he's my favourite.
He's a good boy, isn't he? He loves his mama. He's a good boy.
That's it. He could ride a bike, but just maybe not quite as well as everyone else. But he had his moments.
Well, that's it.
He's still a double MotoGP winner.
He is. Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Yeah.
No, he's not a fucking King Carol Abraham, is he? No, he didn't just let everybody else win, knowing he could have just pissed every race. But
Petrucci's still fast enough. Every guy in that grid could win at the moment, though. That's the thing. So
that's true.
Yeah, he's just unlucky.
What was that, trucks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but apparently that last lap was a masterclass.
Peterson,
because he said, "Oh, I've just seen the line, right?"
Peterson, Marias top 3.
Marias as well. Get on! Holy shit! There was right.
That is a full SL Graphics podio.
Yeah, but
Sanders painted all of them.
There is 5 riders. 5 riders finished within probably within 0.5 seconds. I think
damn.
There is 4 riders within 2 meters for 1 to 4th.
Good lord,
that is insane, dude.
Right, let's carry on.
Yeah,
Brandon did. Quick.
Sorry, Brandon did retain it. So, right, next question is. I'm messing about on my phone as well at the same time to try and.
It's nice he's got another Rolex.
Slim down them. Yeah, 2 Rolexes now, and he can afford to pay for his racing this year. What race would you show to a non-motorcycle fan to get him/her into motor racing?
Oh, easy.
I've got an easy one, but Jacob, you go first.
Assen
mine
18.
will not be what you expect it. Assen 18, phenomenal. Yeah. Good shout, but it's not what I said, but yeah. Cameron?
Either Catalunya 2009 or Laguna Seca 2008.
Good chances.
Or Mugello Moto3 2016.
You're a fucking dick. That's what I was going to say.
They are the 2 that stick out for me.
Bro, I was going to be like, I'm going to be left field here and you fucking go and pinch it. Bro.
Sorry, was this specifically MotoGP?
No, just any race.
No, any class, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd be showing someone the TT, I think.
Oh, no, the TT, yeah.
Like, they did say bike racing, not MotoGP, yeah? Kind of.
Racing, yeah. TT, yeah, good shout. Right,
or
okay.
Possibly Phillip Island 18, Moto3.
Yeah. Yes, your Phillip Island 2015. That was a hell of a fucking scrap.
Oh, so many in there.
So many. I like this next one, right? It's from, that question was from, I've just deleted the phone. I'm so sorry. Next one's from Jail and Jid. It says, I like this one because it's a bit, it gets you to think. If you're a MotoGP rider, what helmet and suit would you wear until you retire? And why? I'm going for Sherry and Alpine Stars because Alpine Stars just look sick and make the best suits on the market. So
I'm going to go
easy.
Alpine Stars suit.
Nice.
Because Alpine Stars say no more.
So nice.
I think I'd go an Arai lid.
Yeah, Arai are amazing. They're bulletproof. They are fucking literally bulletproof. Have you seen the freaking video? The guy shooting an Arai.
When I raced motocross, I had an Arai lid.
Yeah.
I had an Aero lid, and I after switching from the Arai to the Aero, the Aero was just as safe, but it was so light, it felt so fucking weird. Like, Arai is reassuringly chunky, and I like it.
That's good. But yeah, like I said, like a guy literally shot an Arai with a gun and it stopped the bullet.
That's impressive.
So they are literally bulletproof. So, yeah. Cameron?
Well, go for Alpine Star's suit.
Boss.
Yeah.
We're not being paid by Alpine Stars, by the way.
No.
If they want
to and then helmet, I would go with AGV because purely because of my real life experience, like getting my own helmet in real life, AGV just fits my head better than everyone else's for some reason. It's just comfy, and then that's my boring answer. It fits, so I go AGV.
I nearly said Shark, but my Arai fitted so much like Cam. My Arai fitted so well. I've had Shark, I've had fucking Arai, and honestly, Arai is just. I even had a Shui, and Arai just won.
Yeah, I've got an AGV, and I can't wear it for longer than half an hour because it squeezes my head. Like, you've got to have the right size head for an AGV, like, because the helmet fits. Like, I have my head measured and all that, but it's just, I don't know, it's just AGV, innit?
I can't say for AGV, I've never worn one, so.
Fair enough.
So, next question is from Real KDY20, which again is cool. Thoughts on Barry Sheen, in brackets, GOAT, and how do you think his 22 will go? Well, I really like Barry.
Say that again.
Thoughts on Barry Baltus.
You said Barry Sheen.
You said Barry Sheen.
Oh, I meant Barry Baltus. I'm really sorry.
I was really confused at that. How will his 2022 go on?
He's dead.
Well, I was about to sort of like, oh no, I've been exposed as someone who knows nothing here because I didn't know Barry Sheen was what's going on.
Thoughts on Barry.
When he said, how is his 2022 going to go?
Yeah.
I could give you a clue on that, but carry on.
Yeah.
Barry Baltus.
Thoughts of Barry Baltus, in brackets, GOAT, and how you think his 2022 will go. I really like Barry. Sadly, he's on a 2021 bike, but he's proven that he's a bit of a beast, to be honest.
I think that's save at Qatar. That save at Qatar, last week.
Probably because of fucking Corsi, but you know. I like Barry. I think there's a few point scoring rides on offer this year for him. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think I love him. He's good. Well, love's maybe a strong word. I really like him.
I admire him from afar.
Yes. I admire his saves, and I think that
2 in 2 years
bodes well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed to move up. People were like, "Oh, I don't understand how he's going Moto2 ride." Have you seen him? He's fucking huge.
Just pushes the bike back up.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Right. Next is, sorry, I'm seeing so many posts about Brandon now. Is there, I like this one as well, right? From Stanley.sbstm. I've got an answer for this one. So, is there any specific rider that you don't like? If so, who and why? I'll put it to Jacob first.
Andrea Iannone.
Oh, okay. Why?
He is the literal definition of pissed it up the wall, isn't he?
True. Fair point.
Oh, I've got a test at Sepang. Nah, fuck it. I'm going to go and get a facelift. Yeah, fucked.
Yeah,
dumb
got
bastard.
facelift, didn't he?
God, he's one of the most naturally talented riders ever, is the Andrea. And then all of a sudden, nah, fuck it. I'm bored. Fuck you. I'm going for a facelift and going dancing. Fuck off. Angie.
Fair enough. And Cameron?
I don't know. I'm really thinking hard here. I don't know who I don't like. You might have to come back to me here. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
I'll go back to you.
I don't know. No, carry on. I'll have a think.
For me, like, right, I want to preface this. Respect all riders. I have nothing against any rider specifically. There's just one rider that gives me the ick, as they say. Like, every time I see him doing a freaking interview, I'm like, it just makes me feel sick.
I feel like I know who you're going to say, but...
No, Jake is on the list, but that's for different reasons. But Alex Rins. Like...
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, like, it's weird, because he comes across as, all right, as a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy, good guy, but... whenever his face comes on for an interview or whatever, I'm like...
So you don't dislike him, you just don't like his face?
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, his fucking voice is just Alex Rins. I don't know what it is about him. He just pisses me off.
Okay.
There's no, like, specific reason for it, you know? Like, with respect to him, because he's got 2 MotoGP race wins under his belt, and before anyone says that's nothing to do with the fact that he's beaten Marquez, because, again, I'm not biased towards Marquez. Yeah, because I know some people would say I'm not biased towards Marquez. I just said just because I've liked him since I was 10. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's just something to do with...
That's a weird one, that is. I didn't expect that.
I don't even understand it myself. Like, it's just... No, it's just strange. I'm sorry, Alex, and I would love to still get him on the podcast. I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, good luck now.
Just with the camera off.
Yeah. See his face talking about his fucking racing.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
A post-it note over his freaking thing, his face on the screen. Right, Cameron, have you got one yet?
I don't know, man. Like,
you don't have to dislike anyone, mind.
I know, that's it. Like, I'm feeling pressured for an answer, but actually, I don't know if I've got one. I don't know if there's anyone I don't like. I love everyone.
Yeah, Cameron's a lovey guy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the love.
The cuddly boy.
Cuddly boy.
You don't have. You can answer with "I don't." You know, that's a legal answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't. If I do think of someone throughout the rest of this, then I'll
he'll just be halfway through now, and he'll just shout a name out. Fucking bastard.
Yeah. Because I promised I'd be 100% honest on this podcast, so that's what I'm being. So
okay. I'm surprised at Rins. I really am.
I've got nothing against Rins as such. It's just like...
Still, I'm surprised at that. I'm really surprised.
It just annoys me. So I don't know why.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, and the next one from Finley_HPR. Track with the best races.
Mugello.
Yellow's a good shout, to be fair.
Mugello or PI, innit?
Yeah, I was going to say Phillip Island. Phillip Island's always a banger. Always a banger.
Or, to be fair, last couple of years, Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar's good, but it's not Phillip Island. Cameron's just on the face there.
I'm running through the calendar in my head and thinking if any of them really stick out to me, other than what you've said.
Yeah.
Oh, the Kimi Ring.
Austria?
Yeah, Red Bull Ring. Yeah, ish.
Always dramatic.
Yeah.
The red flag ring.
That's true. Yeah. From a drama point of view.
If I had to go one, I'd say Mugello. That's just the first one that come to mind because it lends itself to flow and trains, doesn't it?
I like trains.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Remember that song? No, you don't. You're too old. Okay, Cameron, do you...
The thing is, he's right. I don't know it.
God, yeah, neither do I. Assen's usually pretty good.
Assen, the Cathedral of Speed.
Yeah.
They still wreck it with the new fucking the new complex though.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what Austria's going to pull up with us with the new chicane as well.
Yeah. More carnage.
I need it.
If you don't have one, you don't have one.
Nothing. I can't think of anything other than what you guys have said. So carry on. Here's me being boring. Go for it.
All right.
Yep.
So like I said, we've got to be completely honest. So we've got one from Rafas Putra. There's an unpopular opinion about MotoGP that you actually believe in.
Ha.
Go on, Jacob.
Well, I've got several that are considered unpopular opinions in all fairness.
That's your whole modus operandi, isn't it? You're just a contrarian. But anyway, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pick one now that I... Honestly, my biggest unpopular opinion that nobody seems to share is that Jake Dixon is a top Moto2 rider. He's not. Everybody seems to think so, and to me, he's just not.
I don't know. I think this year he'll prove it, but again, you are entitled to your opinion, and that's I respect your opinion.
I'm yet to see it. I would love to be proven wrong because another British representative at the top is nothing but good.
Yeah.
But I'm yet to see it. And that's not me bashing him. Results-wise, he is very much yet to prove it.
Yeah, like he's had some P8s, he crashed at P1.
I don't think he can't do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
People currently lauding him as a top Moto2 rider when he isn't there yet.
He's had 3 seasons in the class as well.
Yes. Like, I don't think you can consider him a top Moto2 rider deserving of a top Moto2 seat like Aspar when he hasn't proven it yet. But that's just me.
This is a chance, isn't it? This is the year.
He has to prove it.
Yeah. Cameron?
Marquez deliberately held back in 2015.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that's 100%. An unpopular opinion.
I feel like... No, I don't know. I feel like among the... let's say the sort of people that try to be unbiased, they're like, no, there's no chance. But like...
I did. For sure.
But
the thing is...
I think he did. And that's not from like a sort of like, coming at it from a Rossi point of view. That's more of sort of a Marquez point of view. If I was Marquez, I'd have done the fucking same.
I'd have done the same. If Rossi had done that and said caused shit for no reason, I'd be like, fuck you. You ain't getting your title now, bro.
It's unsportsmanlike, but it's not illegal.
No.
Sadly so.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
you kind of burst my bubble there.
But at the end of the day, do you know the main thing about that though? If Rossi was this supposed God title winning rider, why could he not get in front of a Marquez in his worst season?
Well,
yeah, because Rossi was like top. I think he was top 3 for 5 every race that year though.
Top 5 every race he finished, he was top 5. Yeah,
fucking impressive that year. Yeah. But I think Rossi tried his mind games with Mark, and for the first time in Rossi's career, the mind games didn't work because Marquez played him twice. Hit him twice as hard, and Rossi.
You can't fuck a robot, can you? At the end of the day.
Mark is literally a robot. It's crazy.
But what's yours?
I had one, but I don't know. Unpopular opinion about MotoGP. Well, we all know that I don't agree with the new age limits.
Again, I think a lot of people are on your side with that, though.
Yeah, I think from a development perspective, it's bad. Like, obviously, I don't want to see kids dying on racetracks. Of course, that's horrendous. But from a development thing, like people are like, oh, it's fucked up to have 16-year-olds racing on this thing, or even 15-year-olds. But I'm like, fucking, some riders are going to have to spend 6 years too long in junior categories when they could be dicing it with the best in the world. They will get a chance eventually. I get it. Like Maximo Martinez, for example, but like he'll be in ETC this year. He won't be old enough in 2023 to go to the Junior World Championship. He won't really be old enough to go to the Junior World Championship in 2024. He will be in 2025.
If he wins ETC, he can go up in 2024. Yeah. Still a long time.
He'll go up as like a 3 or 4 time champion of the ETC, And like again, it pushes British riders like Casey O'Gorman, who's 14 back because he can't do the Junior GP this year. He has to do the European Talent Cup again, even though he proved that he was good enough because he got a P10, I think, at Valencia or something like that. I don't agree with it on that perspective. I agree with it on the fact that kids dying on racetracks is horrendous, and I never want to see that ever again. But Jason DePasquia wasn't.
Yeah, certainly.
He was 19.
Well, this is it. That's what I was just about to say. It's kind of obviously
it was something they had
horrible
to do
thing
to show.
But yeah, like it wouldn't. The things that have happened in the last year or two with people dying on the track, like it really wouldn't have mattered if they were 2 or 3 years older. The outcome would have been the same.
Yeah.
But I think, it's just the fact that
the morality sport is more of a morality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also my other unpopular opinion is Moto2 is better than Moto3.
That's horrendous opinion, but so I've got one now. This is controversial. And I wasn't going to say it. And that's why I changed my mind, but I'm going to say it. Some race results are too good to be true, shall we say?
Oh, God, no. Don't. I know exactly what you're fucking going to say. No.
Are we talking about race fixing here?
Yeah, I don't know. Some of them just seem a bit too suspect when the
Dex got his tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, and the title sponsor coincides with the Grand Prix and the rider who won said Grand Prix.
Are you on about Miguel Oliveira Portimao by any chance, young man?
I'm not on about anything specific.
But yes.
Because there has been a few instances where I'm like, that's a bit dodgy.
I would like an example.
I'm not going to give you an example because I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, okay. I'll speak to you after.
No, I think it is more a case of Michelin still being fairly incompetent.
Well, that's the thing, right? If we want to go into conspiracies, why did French rider Fabio Quartararo, who's riding with French tyres last year, not have a single Duff one, but Pecco had like 6?
He did, didn't he?
Fabio didn't.
He did. Silverstone, he said the tyres weren't right. He still fucking won.
Yeah, he still won. Yeah. Pecco had race-destroying tyres.
Whereas I think Pecco, I don't think it's so much the tyres as the way riders are using them, personally.
Could be, but Pecco had some fucking Duff tyres, you know? And like, yeah, maybe they're all picked out of a hat, but maybe one's got a blue stripe on it. Sharon, pick this one.
I don't think there's a conspiracy, but I think they might be...
I'm just making them at this point, like, you know.
It might be favouring, shall we say.
Yeah, maybe a bit of favoritism to riders of the same.
Make sure that a certain rider gets a guaranteed good tyre, as opposed to giving a rider a bad tyre.
Like Isn't that a conspiracy, though? Really? I mean, it's the same sort of thing, right?
Yeah. I think they sort of tried their hardest to make sure Fabio had good tyres, kind of thing. Why wouldn't
they? But I don't, just to put this on the record, this is apparently, possibly, maybe. This isn't what we actually, we're not saying, you know, all these races are fixed, or, oh yeah, Fabio is definitely getting these things, just because I don't want to avoid a lawsuit here.
Yeah.
You know, it is, from what we know, all these tyres
this is all personal
random
opinion.
Selection. Yeah, it's just random selection. That's just why.
Same as the Moto2 engines.
It possibly, potentially, maybe has happened, but possibly, potentially, maybe, probably hasn't happened, and it's just us creating fake news as always.
Speculating.
So, it's like the Moto2 engines. They supposedly picked out of a hat, yet I always got the quickest shit.
Yeah, and Leopard in Moto3.
Yeah, you know,
with that, you know, drug money that's not drug money because it's from an energy drink. Yeah, that stuff. Okay, moving on. One from Billy Dawes 45 that says, after the first GP of the season, do you truly believe the Ducati is the best bike on the grid? I believe the Ducati GP21 is the best bike on the grid.
Oh, I've had so much shit. I've had so much shit for saying that. I've had literally on my Facebook one, right? I've had so many teeth gnashers. Oh, you can't judge it. It's the first race of the season. And it's like, well, it fucking won. Right now.
Yeah, dominated.
Look at the fucking standings. Right now, what is the top bike in P1 with the one next to it? Oh, it's a Ducati GP21.
And I believe there are 4 GP21s with 0 points to their name. And Zarco's got the only points for it.
Yeah,
GP22. Where did Marini finish? Unless he got in the points as well.
Yeah, I want to say 13th.
Okay, so there's 2 of the 5 GP22s have points.
Like, the GP22 will be better. I've said it before. Say it again.
Yeah.
The Honda will be better. As it stands right now, the GP21 is the most sorted package. Simple. If you don't like it,
carrying on
tough
last year, isn't it?
That's the facts.
Yeah, they got 2 races from last year's of development on the bike from Qatar last year. So, of course, it's going to go around Qatar, you know?
That's it. So,
what's the worst bike?
The worst bike is the
Yamaha.
KTM when Brad Binder's not riding it.
The Yamaha.
Yeah. The Tech 3 KTM, or probably the Yamaha.
The Yamaha for me,
maybe,
has stayed static where everyone else has moved on.
Yeah,
and that's why it's the worst bike.
To bring up a point to add to that, this year's credit to the person on Reddit. This isn't my own research. There's a guy from Reddit on the MotoGP MotoGP Reddit. So this year's race in Qatar was 10 seconds faster than last year's race. Yet Fabio's time, obviously last year's race winner, in race 2, was only 1/4 of a second faster than last year. So Ducati have improved, by like maybe 15 seconds, whilst over a full race, over a full 22-lap race, whereas Yamaha have improved by 1/4 of a second over a full race.
Yep, Yamaha fucked.
It's not good, dude.
Fucked.
I think once we get to more technical tracks with less long straights, then we might see Yamaha excel. But we'll see Suzuki excel even more, I think.
Fucked, bro. Yamaha are fucked.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Right. So, Cameron, what would you say for that one? Or have you already said Tech 3?
What, for the worst bike? Yeah, probably. I mean...
best. Wait, did I say best or worst?
Well,
it was worst, wasn't it?
The question was best bike. I chimed in with worst. But yeah, I mean, best bike, surely. I mean, it's got to be the GP21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's not a lot of metric to go by right now. I agree that the GP22 probably has more potential, but also I think it's going to take them longer to find it than they did with the GP21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they haven't found it by Assen, they haven't been entitled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I think I want to say the bike that I think is going to work, like be the most consistent over the whole season, might be the Aprilia.
Mate, my man.
I
agree.
I feel like Alicia's going to be 4th on every race.
Oh, dogs. I agree, because that Aprilia looks a real bike this year. Like it looks like it isn't just making up the numbers.
Yeah, totally.
I think the Honda will be the best come Valencia. But we ain't talking Valencia right now.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we're all saying GP21.
For now.
Okay.
For now. Yeah.
For now. Okay, right. Next one from J_Kinley. He asked for a few. I can't pick them all. So we've gone with, does Cameron Beaubier have what it takes to get a podium this year in Moto 2? I'm going to say Cota.
Yes.
I'm putting him down. Cota, 100%.
I'm not even saying
100%.
Cota. I'm saying outside of Cota. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How did he do at Qatar? I forget.
8th?
8th, yeah. He was battling with the front lot. It was good,
Joe,
Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, no, podium for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, is that a straight across the board?
Yeah, we wasted too much time explaining ourselves.
Yeah, okay. Next one from Daytona_675_Ash says, I'm not going to name the name for this one. Did you have a negative opinion on the guests before they came on the podcast, and did they change your mind? My answer is yes, I had a negative opinion on the guests before they joined, and they didn't change my mind. In any case, they made it worse.
Yep.
And I'm not going to name the name.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Seconded.
Okay.
Cam can't really answer that because he's on the
you can't really answer that.
No, I'm in the dark here, so I'll just we'll move on, shall we? Okay.
Yeah, we'll move on. I'll just put it in the chat if you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not naming the name on that one, so
yes.
I'm not here to chat shit about people.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna slay people who aren't here to defend themselves, but yeah. This one is probably for me. You two, I can't answer this one, but I thought it was a good one.
Oh, thanks.
Well, Leo Sowers says, what was the biggest surprise you had with creating this platform, aka Everything Motor Racing?
Oh, well.
I'd say, because obviously it's literally only me really that runs it. Biggest surprise would be how easy it is to, and Jacob can relate to this, how easy it is to kind of interact with riders. Like,
yes.
Before I did any of this, I thought they were all untouchable. I thought, I could never speak to them. They were these guys, these are mythical creatures on TV, who are riding around and doing this thing. I can honestly say, hand on heart, I've got friends now that are racing in the World Championship. Guys that I can actually call my mate that are now racing in the World Championship, and like Jorge Lorenzo, I remember the first time he reshared all my stuff and I was like, what? It opened like a boundary to me. I was like, this is mad.
I will preface that by saying it's still a fucking makes me smile whenever I see a rider pop up talking. It's still a thrill.
Yeah, it's still like.
But yes, I agree.
Like we've got a group chat that Cameron's not in because it's some other people. But like, sorry, Cameron.
It's okay.
That's like I'll put a thing in and like I've got like 6 different World Championship riders. This isn't me flexing by the way. This is literally me just going off of what I see. Like of 6 Grand Prix riders, and I'm like, put in a good chat like, oh, I'm famous today.
How much we talk about certain riders, I think people can guess who they are. But it's still fucking wild.
Some I don't mention, to be fair. It's just weird. Like, you get a rider and they're in your DMs and you're like, years ago, I'm like, whoa, holy shit. And now I'm like so desensitized to it. Like, oh yes, Moto3 World Championship race winner. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, it's nice. It's good that, that we can, like I'm on a lesser level than you, obviously, with it because you're much bigger.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see it pop up and it's, as much as it's still like sick. It's like,
yeah,
you can message them, you can speak to them like a friend. It's wild.
Yeah, like to have like riders that are like, yeah, I want to meet you at Silverstone and stuff. Like, we'll get in the paddock and stuff at Silverstone is mad. And like, they want to meet me. I know, mate. I want to meet you. You shouldn't want to meet me.
It should be the other way around, like.
And it is, mate, it's weird, but I feel so privileged. It's been 7 years for me of hard work, but I feel privileged. It's still not my job. It's still just my hobby. But
still a cool ass hobby.
I feel so privileged to, it's fun. And to answer his other question of what the future is of everything motor racing and how's it getting into the paddock, I think that answers it. I've got contacts in teams, friends of teams that can get me into the paddock. The future is
and most important, hard work.
Yeah, true, exactly.
Like I will. Like, as much as I don't want to praise you on the fucking podcast, you busted a bollock for 7 years to be where you are. So,
thanks.
I've seen it firsthand. Like,
so, it's a lot of mental breakdowns and hard work, and
the amount of fucking screaming in certain chats that I've seen fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm had enough of this shit. And then the next day, you're like, no, I haven't.
Yeah, like I said in the last podcast, like relationships are ruined and stuff, but. And he says, what's the future of everything racing as you get into paddock? At the end of the day, I want to be able to use it for myself. Like, and my current employer knows this if they are listening, because I've said it to them even before I started my job, that I will probably say on the podcast at some point because it is related to bikes. My dream in life is to work in the MotoGP paddock. I want to, for example, work for a team as their PR person, doing their social medias, doing their press releases and all that thing, and organising riders, things like that. That's my goal. That's my dream since I was first started watching MotoGP, and for me that's the future for me. I want to use it as a wedge to get in there, maybe as a journalist in the paddock, maybe as something, maybe working for Dorna. I don't know. I've applied for jobs at Dorna a few years ago, nothing's ever came out, but
same.
For me, the future of it is either we go in there as everything motor racing as a fully fledged content site that runs by itself and is self-funded, or I use it as a way to wedge myself into MotoGP as a job. So that's the future. And I think I would always continue to run everything motor racing on the side because it is my baby, So
that's it. You put enough hard work in now. Yeah, I enjoy
it. Like, I'm not getting paid for this shit, and I'm sat here at 11 o'clock. Yeah, like we're sat here at 11 o'clock at night talking about MotoGP because.
I'd be doing it anyway, even if we wasn't on the pod, to be fair.
Exactly, that's the thing. Like, we'd be doing it anyway, and like, I give up like so much of my free time to run the page and write articles about shit, and I do that anyway. I'm not getting paid for it because it's what I wake up for every morning.
Yeah, legit. Same as me on a lesser scale. Yeah, it's like because I wanted to be a journalist, but then I realised actually most journalists are just dickheads. So I would much prefer to be like a rider manager or something.
Yeah, I mean, like I went into the rider management route as well a little bit, but I don't know, like a lot of riders, and again, this isn't me trying to be like, oh, I'm the best, but like riders have said, they want me to be their manager and things like that, and I'm like, what? And like their PR person, I'm like, geez, and it is something I want to do, but I guess I've never really applied myself and gone, I want to do it. Yeah. I've just kind of gone, yeah, that'd be cool, and then just forgotten about it. I don't know, I'm rambling. But yeah. So we'll move on.
I got one that I wanted to ask.
Go for it.
From Matt Thompson, who said, what's Deck's favourite Minion helmet?
Oh, you're a dick. Anyway, moving on.
No, go on. What's your favourite Minion helmet?
None of them.
Oh, you fucking spoil sport.
But Gary Gerloff's a legend, so Gary Gerloff.
I like Paul's with a Red Bull on it.
Yeah, but I like
Red
Garrett
Bull in denim. Fucking amazing.
Garrett's another one of those riders who's reached out, and I'll see sometimes him in my messages and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, sitting there.
So, Garrett, he's a legend. So from Reese Cohen 94, Jacob, this is one for you. Do you think Iannone would have beaten Aleix, and do you think he'll go to World Superbike when he's back?
Yes and yes.
Oh.
Simple. Like, as I said earlier, Iannone was one of the most outrageously talented riders to come into this paddock, full stop, like ever.
Yeah. I'd agree.
He's already training on an RSV4 in anticipation to return. Someone will want to pick him up.
I think he'll end up in CIV over World.
Chiv or something, and then step up. But I see no reason he couldn't get funding because he's still a very well-known name.
He'll wipe the floor with everyone. He's a big celebrity
in Italy still. He's on Dancing with the Stars and shit. So 100%. Yeah. Like he would have beaten Aleix, and he will go to World Superbikes. Yeah.
Fair play. And Cameron, what do you think?
I mean, okay, I agree with Jacob.
Okay, as always.
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about the situation, so...
Contaminated steak, my arse. Yeah. That's what happens when you sprinkle roids on your fucking steak instead of steak. Salt, like.
Yeah, that's it. Try
like
salt me. Yeah. Like, for me, I think Iannone would have beaten Aleix. Iannone is one of the most naturally talented riders we've ever seen, ever. Guy talent, running through his veins, but it is a shame what he did to what happened with his career. Either way, if it was him or if it was contaminated, whatever, like, it is a shame to see that talent go to waste.
It wasn't a one-off, was it? Of stupid fucking decisions.
No, he made a lot of those.
Yeah, that's it. Like, if it had been, he'd been the model employee for Aprilia, Suzuki, etc., and this came out, I think maybe it was an accident, but based on track record, nah.
Yeah, and so to answer a further question from Richard B.J. Uvaj, did Iannone use doping or was it kind of mistake? I think we just answered it.
It's a fat burner as opposed to a doping.
Yeah, because wasn't it? It was the stuff they give to people with breast cancer.
Yes,
I can't remember the name. Yeah, that's it.
And it's used to treat breast cancer by attacking fat molecules. So
that's fair.
He clearly just wanted to get more cut for his photos, and it backfired.
Yeah. Okay. Right. One from Elliot Jones 188 that says, "Who are your favorite riders that have never done World Championship rides ever?"
Cool.
I like that question. I like that a lot.
Oh.
I'm gonna kick it off with Ian Hutchinson. I don't know if he's ever tried Grand Prix off the top of my head, but I don't think he has.
250s.
I think he has, but I'm gonna go on the basis that he hasn't, just to fit my own agenda. But Ian Hutchinson is such a fucking role model. Like the fact that he nearly lost his leg, and then they were like, we're gonna cut it off, and he was like, yeah, nah, no, you're not.
Fuck you.
And then he recovered, went back and won more TTs, and then broke his bad leg again, snapping his femur, and he's still this year, as of this week, signed up to do the TT again this year with TAS Racing with the BMW. Like, the Ian Hutchinson, much like Ken Roxon, with Ken's arm, so inspirational to me, to keep going, no matter how hard life pushes you down and really, makes you think, why the hell am I doing this crap? What is the point? Then they just keep on. They get up and they dust themselves off and they carry on. And for me, Ian Hutchinson, not just because of his on-track achievements, which have been absolutely outstanding on short circuits in British Superstock 1000 and obviously a TT, but also just for his, their mentality is, for me, favourite rider is Ian Hutchinson.
I don't have an answer for this.
Like Kilian Nestola.
Yeah. Something like that. He'd have to be an up-and-comer who hasn't done it yet. Because the closest I can answer, because he did one World Superbike season, is Alessandro Del Bianco.
Oh, yeah, you like Alessandro, don't you?
He's a really good rider, but he did that one World Superbike season on basically a fucking Chiv spec bike anyway. Fucking endurance spec bike. Yeah. And he's about all I can think. Maybe.
Fair play.
Yeah, he's about it. Him or I'm out. I've got nothing. Del Bianco's closest, but I got nothing. Like, I also like Matty Schultz as well, but he did. But again, he did fucking World Supersports.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Didn't he do Stock 1000 as well, or Endurance, World Endurance? One of those. I can't remember.
Quite possibly, but I know he did Stock World Supersport as well.
I like Matty. He stuck up for me on Instagram the other week. So I'm like, yeah, Matty, you're a legend.
And obviously, I like all the South African contingent in America right now. Cam Peterson as well.
Cam, I love Cam. He's awesome.
He'd have to be a Moto America rider or Del Boy. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay, and Cameron.
Well, I'm glad Jacob struggled a bit because I was thinking 5. Jesus Christ, I don't know. I think for me, it's mainly going to be like TT guys. Did Shaky Byrne ever do World?
Yeah, he did KTM Motogp. Yeah.
Okay.
And the Cube.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he raced the Honda, the Camel Honda.
Did he? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he replaced, I think it was Bayless. I can't remember. For like 2 rounds.
No, I missed that.
Shaky Byrne.
Yeah.
Shaky Byrne, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he did the full season for Proton, didn't he? Proto KTM.
I think, so. Well, I mean, there's Hickman.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah.
He has appeared in the World Championship, though, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah.
He replaced Sykes at Donington when he was injured a couple of years ago for BMW.
Oh, yeah, and World Superbikes.
Okay, World. Oh, shit.
But again, I'm just like so many replacements. It's so difficult to never race in the World Championship.
I'm going to say it counts purely because it wasn't a full-time ride. It was just a replacement ride or a wild card, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the only way we could get away with it is by not counting wild cards or replacements.
Yeah.
I mean, John McGuinness. I mean...
Yeah, he did a full season 500s.
Yeah, and a full season 250s.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Back in the day.
I couldn't picture him ever doing it. You know, he's just this guy
on
with
the
a gut and
Honda.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's on the Vimto, yeah. The bright purple Vimto machine.
Man. Did Dave Jeffries ever do it?
Oh God,
I
that's
think
a good
DJ
question.
did a couple of Superbike rides, yeah, but not enough.
Well, I don't have an answer then.
Do we just do Hickman? Because
again, I don't have a full time. I don't think a full time ride counts.
Hickman, Guy Martin. I don't know.
Guy Martin's cool.
I'm just throwing names out there now.
That's a difficult question. That is.
Yeah, it is. I like that question a lot.
I never would have been able to answer 5. So there's some shit
Pirro?
that I've thrown at a wall.
Pirro's never done a full World Championship season, has he?
Yes, he has. He's a Moto2 race winner.
CRT. Never mind.
Yeah, and
God,
he did.
I forget how long he's been around. Christ,
he's got a full career in Moto2.
Yeah. For some reason, I got in my head that he replaced in Moto2, but he didn't.
No, he raced for Goscinny. Yeah.
I forget how long he's been around. Fuck me.
Yeah, well, he's been a Ducati test rider for 10 years. Mad. All right. The next one, right, from Roderick Passy, that says, I'll split into 2 questions. So, favorite rider to never win a race and championship. So, it can be like different riders. So, for me, favorite rider to never win a championship is Danny Pedrosa. We don't really need to explain why, because he's a freaking legend. And then to never win a race, after reading his book recently, I'm going to go John Hopkins. Like, obviously, there's a lot of names in there. You know, Colin Edwards, for example, I would say deserves it and losing the last corner, for example, and then another race as well, he nearly won. But John Hopkins, like, his racing story, the fact that he's, like, yeah, of course, he kind of did it to himself with all the party and shit like that, but he got injured a lot, and, you know, he had that amazing season on Suzuki where he came 4th overall. And to come 4th overall without a race win is seriously impressive.
That's impressive. It is.
Like on the GSVR, you know. So I'm going to say John Hopkins just because as well now what he's doing with the American racing team, you know, he just comes across such a nice guy. And for me, yeah, I'm going to go John Hopkins on that one. Okay.
Race winner, I think you know what I'm going to say.
Danny? No, race winner?
Alish.
Of course.
Championship.
Yeah, championship. There's a lot of riders who haven't they, really? Yeah. When you think about it.
Probably Simoncelli.
Well, he won a 250s, didn't he?
But I took that as Motogp.
Oh, yeah, well, I said Danny, so yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Marco, yeah, that counts.
Like, if we're talking no championship whatsoever, it'd be Balder.
He'll win it this year.
But if this thing, it's
Yeah, no, yeah. Simoncelli counts, yeah, for Premier. We'll say Premier Class title, yeah. Okay, and Cameron?
Danny, I would say. For the I think it kind of makes you think of. You want to think of people who have sort of had their career and are now at the other side of it.
Yeah.
Which I guess I'm struggling with in terms of like never won a race and like are also one of my favorites. Probably would be Aleix. Like,
easy to think he's never won a race ever.
But then in terms of guys that I think have it in them and are up and coming and like people I'm really rooting for, like Rory Skinner.
Yeah.
He hasn't got his Superbikes one yet, has he?
No,
he got 2 podiums at Knockhill,
Yeah, he did. Let's go, Rory. Let's do it.
Nice. Back in the Scots.
Yeah, I am.
You could say John McPhee for a title then. By that logic.
Oh my God. Special mention, John McPhee.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'm on the last page now of these questions. So got one from Zonta_84.
Oh God, what's he gonna fucking say now?
That says, how much does Jacob love his sister?
Not as much as I love his sister.
Oh, good comeback. Good comeback.
Do you know what? I've been threatening to message him just to piss him off. I think the line's been drawn now.
Oh no.
Message on the sister. Do you follow her?
Yeah. Again, just to piss him off.
Yeah, but doesn't he follow your sister?
Yeah, this is what started it all. It's his fault.
Oh, man.
But to answer his question, we don't get on. So, crack on. I don't give a shit.
So, Cameron, how much does Jacob love his sister?
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
He's a little fucker, he is.
A lot? Some? No? Okay. Well, I'm learning things about you, Jacob. Okay.
I love his sister. I just want to put it out there. So
okay.
Well, you were fun.
Someone's giving his sister love. Yeah.
You were fun with that. I genuinely couldn't give 2 shits.
I've never even spoken to her in her life, but
you weren't missing much.
Benefit of a doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you weren't missing much.
No. This is going to be a straight no across the board here, but Matthew Thompson 77 says, do you guys own bikes? If so, what kind? I used to, but not anymore. So no.
Yep, I used to, not anymore. Money. So nope.
Yes, it's the same for me. I used to have a KTM 1050 Adventure and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Was that because of the girlfriend or?
No, that was because I wanted to move to sunny Glasgow and I needed some funds.
So you fucked yourself twice by moving to Glasgow and giving up your bike.
Man, that's
just tough, bro.
Yeah, like you got to do what you got to do. But I could have moved to Wales. I could have moved to Wales and that would have been really bad.
That would have been horrendous, bro. Yeah, don't do that.
Here I am.
Yeah. There's some positives. Okay. There's more sheep than people per capita.
Yeah, that's it. You always get laid, so that's fine.
The Scottish are equally as bad for fucking sheep. Just saying.
I think the welly boot sales, in Wales must be through the roof. The back legs in the boots. Right, moving on. I've got one question. I'm going to leave it for a minute because I think we can end on that one as a bit of a chatty. So D.Newton.19 says thoughts on Aprilia's start to the season and if Maverick can improve. I'll start with Aleix, P4, battling for nearly got a podium. Stupidly solid start. Qatar is always their hunting ground anyway. They've achieved some of their best results at Qatar, but it bodes really well for the start of their season. I think Aleix, could win a race this year if you can bring it together. So Aprilia as a general with Aleix, really good start to the season. Maverick is still adapting. He was actually only meant to start with Aprilia now. He wasn't meant to have half a season with them last year. So I'd say Maverick, slightly underwhelming at the moment, given that he's way back. But after 3 and a bit years, maybe 4 and a bit, 2017 to halfway to 2021. So yeah, I'd say 4 and a bit seasons, 3 and a bit seasons. Again, my maths can't think at the moment. A few years on the Yamaha at least. it's going to take some time to adjust. I think Maverick will come there. Again, he's one of the most naturally talented riders we've seen in a long time, along with Iannone. So I think, Maverick will improve. I'm going to put it on the line. Maverick will win a race for Aprilia at some point.
He was on Suzuki before it as well. So
it
was all in line for us. So
but I second everything you just said there, to be honest. I got nothing to add there. That's pretty much it.
I'm gonna reinforce my point that I made earlier, that I think the Aprilia is probably going to be the bike to be on. I think, for in terms of consistency anyway, and like once Mav figures it out, he'll be right up there.
Well, he's already said he's figured out the fast corners. It's the slow corners that he can't figure out, like
the V shape. Yeah,
the fact he's halfway there, that's fucking worrying.
Well, we're halfway there.
Shut up.
I had one that I wanted to ask you too.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What's the worst joke you know?
You.
Fair?
What?
I don't
know.
All right, if you had to tell one joke right now to make someone laugh, what would you tell?
In between his reference.
Oh, God. Oh, that's made
Make me laugh.
The uncomfortableness.
If you got that reference to our listeners, then I respect you a lot.
Fucking hell.
I was just thinking.
Well, I mean, all I can think of is the shit dad jokes that we were talking about before we came on here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just the classic of somebody saying, "Oh, I'm thirsty," and then you reply, "Oh, hi, thirsty. I'm Friday. Nice to meet you," or some bollocks like that. Some Jacob nonsense.
Yeah, dad jokes for fucking days.
Yeah. I don't know. That's literally all I can think of right now. Now I'm on the spot. Wasn't expecting that, Jacob. Well done. Thanks. Nice.
Yeah, thanks, Jacob. Okay.
Do you know what mine is?
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Oh, what do you want to drink?" The horse doesn't understand English, shits on the floor and leaves.
That is the worst joke I've ever heard, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You laugh, though.
Yes.
And the other one is man walks into a bar. Ouch.
So we'll do 2 questions from mine, and then Jacob, if you want to scour yours.
Yeah, I've got a couple I want to ask on mine, actually, so yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll finish on my one that I've been sent, because I want to end on that one.
Yeah, because I've got a really interesting one I want to ask.
All right, so I've got one from Ranen.yau. It says, you, Jacob, and Cameron's favourite riders in each class. Again, this is just riders we affiliate ourselves with and kind of like. We're not like going to be rooting for them and biased towards them, if that makes sense.
Well, to a point, I will root for certain riders.
Jacob is biased as fuck.
I'm not even going to hide it. So, son.
Again, I don't really have favourites anymore. Like I've said, I like Marquez, but
I can't pick a Moto3.
I haven't got a favourite. Like Scott Ogden, I like. Scott Ogden's a great kid. I really like Scott. Yeah, I like Joel. I like Josh Watley, because he'll get mad if I don't say him. He thinks I hate him.
But it's like, I can't pick a Moto3. Moto2, I like Zonda. I'm rooting for him. Now Baldo and Manzi are gone as well.
Moto2, like SDK as well.
Yeah, SDK. It's
just good dudes. And like Motogp, I like Remy Gardner, because again, he's a good dude. But I don't really have favourites anymore. I kind of like everybody apart from Alex Rins equally. So.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I haven't got one particular favourite, so yeah, I can't answer that.
No, I genuinely, unfortunately, can't answer that, because I don't really have a favourite either. But I think Cameron might be able to answer that a bit better.
Well, I don't know.
John McPhee.
Yeah,
John McPhee.
John McPhee, all 3 classes. Let's call it quits there. No, I'm going to say John McPhee from Moto3 because,
Scottish and all that.
Scottish and that, man. National pride in it, man. Yes, let's go. Anyway,
pride.
I'll tone down the Glaswegian anyway. Moto2, what?
My ears hurt from that.
I'm going to, Moto2, Aaron Canet, because I think he's just cool as hell.
He's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Like his tattoos, his bow tie, his glass. Oh, man, I love it.
Yeah, I love it. He's so unique. I just freaking love him. MotoGP's harder. I really like again, this sort of goes back to like why I liked Casey Stoner. I like the guys that are just sort of a bit more like subdued. You know, like your Morbidellis and your Pecco and But in terms of a favorite, it's kind of I feel like MotoGP is harder to pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, MotoGP is a difficult one actually. Now I've kind of drawn a blank on the guys that I didn't just mention.
What about like Kagami, Alex Marquez,
Aleix?
Yeah, actually, Aleix is one of my favorites. He's such a legend.
Brilliant.
But that's it. Like, I think when they get to like MotoGP level, it's kind of like your favorites have all sort of risen there anyway, or you know, you can follow them for a while, and then it's hard to like really pick one. Whereas like in the lower classes, in inverted commas, it's sort of like there's more, I don't know, chance for people to stand out a little bit. I don't know if I'm articulating this very well at all.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, there are some guys in MotoGP that just sort of blend in and you forget about. But then someone mentions something, you're like, oh yeah, that guy. I think Darren Binder will be, again, the Binder guys, both the Binder brothers.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're legends in their own right. Anyway, I'm waffling. Carry on. That's my non-answer answer.
Yeah,
very political.
We've all not answered really there. So
yeah.
Right. Got one. So my final one, there is one more after that, but I want to switch to Jacob's questions quick. So I've got _Tony.IRL. I'm going to go recent on this. There are probably a few in the past I could say for definite, you know, you deserve this, but MotoGP riders you believe were a championship material but were never given a proper chance. So there's quite a few riders I can go back to. Again, maybe John Hopkins, Anthony
Westy, I was going to say Westy.
A lot of those guys, but if I go like more recent, Miguel Oliveira at the moment, and because I think Miguel Oliveira would suit a better bike, I could go Ralph Fernandez as well. Biggest one I think in recent years, Iker Corona.
Yes.
Yeah, he was he was showing some real promise by the end of last year, wasn't he?
Neil Terrell on motorbikes this year, I think.
Controversial answer here.
Right.
But genuinely, Carol Abraham. He never, ever had anything other than 2-year-old bikes or CRT bikes. I would love to have seen what he could have done on a current bike.
Yeah, but he had a fairly recent Avintia there, didn't he?
No, that was a 2-year-old Avintia. Again, the Aspar was a GP17. You know, he never ever had current equipment. You're laughing, but genuinely, he was never given a shot on a current equipment, and I would like to have seen what he could have done.
Jacob, you do realise that the king part of King Carol Abraham is a joke.
No, genuinely. Because if you had actually stopped and thought, you know, he managed to put a 2-year-old Ducati, at the time when the 2-year-old Ducati was a pile of shit, let's be real.
On pole.
on the front row in Argentina, a difficult track. He had flashes of absolute fucking brilliance on those bikes. I would have liked to have seen what he could have done with current machinery.
Yeah.
That's all. Same as Alvaro Bautista to a point. They both of them never really had current machinery. And then when Alvaro did get the current machine for a race at Phillip Island, he took it home in 4th. You know, I think they signed for Ducati at the wrong time, because now if like they had come along later, for example, and you know the current Ducati now, they'd be up there. So I'd like to have seen what he could have done, like genuinely.
Okay, and Cameron?
Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, he impressed on the fill-ins that he had. He
really good in
7th and 8th, wasn't he? In the two races.
Around there, yeah.
I mean, to come into the MotoGP paddock, like, that's...
Do you know what? Another one, speaking of Honda rider, it just came to my brain then. Ayama.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, 2009 250 champ. Last ever 250 champ.
A world champion in 250.
Well, technically, the current...
with crap bikes.
Technically, is currently still the 250 world champion.
Yeah. Ayama never got a current Honda.
No, yeah. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, fair point. Probably a lot of riders I could pick out of the hat, but none are coming to me now.
A lot of them, I'm thinking CRT Eura.
Yeah, like.
But at the same time, you wouldn't have been on a CRT bike if you were the shit, you know. So it's a double-edged sword, like.
There are a lot of riders I think that could have really done some damage if they had the good bike. You know, like you get. I just can't think now, but. Yeah, there's probably quite a lot that I'm going to stick out and go, oh, shit.
One other big rider for me who never... He sort of did have the machinery, but he never did have the machinery. Marco Melandri.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he was beast.
It was always a satellite Honda.
Yeah.
And then when he did finally get a factory bike, it was a factory Ducati alongside Stoner, which nobody could ride.
Yeah. I've got one. Alicia Spargaro. Put him on like a Repsol Honda, mate. And he might do it, but the thing is, I think as well, he excels better at being the underdog, which is the only issue that I can think of. Like, put him on maybe a Factory Ducati, because he nearly signed for Factory Ducati.
Oh, that would have been fucking scenes, bro.
Yeah, he nearly signed for Factory Ducati a few years ago, and it fell through, and he went for Suzuki, I think, instead, or something.
No, he stayed at Pramac, didn't he?
Yeah, that was right, yeah. But like, he nearly signed for Factory Ducati. I think he could have, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
So we'll go to Jacob's questions and then we'll flick back for my last one in a minute.
So my first one was from Adam K. Wood 10, who says if everyone in style of F1 in MotoGP was to have an F2 style car, i.e. identical bikes, who do you think would be? He asked for the top 10, but I said, I'm not being funny. We ain't doing a fucking top 10. So who do you think would be top 5 in an identical generic machinery?
What, so like if everyone was given a Kalex, for example?
Yes, but like MotoGP level.
And this is obviously based on talent alone.
Yeah, that's it, then.
Should we do like a podium, first, second, third?
Yeah, do top 3 then.
Yeah. Cameron, you can go first if you want.
First, Marquez. Oh, maybe I should have went the other way. Marquez. First. Second, I'll be, oh man, Rins.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah, Rins.
Spicy.
But then, do you know what? It's kind of like, but is the bike an inline 4? Is it a V4? What is it? You know, but then, you could really dive in. But, Marquez,
just like F2 has the generic Dallara chassis. Everybody has the exact same thing that nobody else runs.
We'll say we'll give them all a Kalex with 1,000cc engine.
How about this? Everybody, right, jumps on a Kawasaki.
Oh, right? God.
Nah, because I don't want to do it as like...
None of them make
Kawasaki frame, right, with the MotoGP engine.
Again, like a
Kawasaki,
brakes, some riders might be better to Kawasaki than others, so that makes it... I just want to do... The Moto2 is the greatest leveler.
Yeah.
Just do Moto2 chassis, Kalex.
Right, done.
Some mythical prototype that doesn't belong to any manufacturer.
Just basically a bike that they can all ride that perfectly encapsulates all of their strengths, every rider on the grid.
Marquez, Rins, and Fabio. That's my top 3. Go on then.
Right, Jacob, do you want to go or shall I go?
Go on, you can hit it if you want.
Good question. Right, Marc Marquez, of course. I think he'd win. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm having to justify myself because they're not like Marquez earlier, but...
No. Go on, just hit it.
It's fucking Marc Marquez.
Just, your podium.
Marc Marquez, this is in no order, but I would probably say Marc will win.
I chose an order.
Pecco.
I forgot Pecco, yeah.
And Raul Fernandez.
Ooh.
Raul Fernandez.
Okay.
100%. 100%. Like, the guy's got talent.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, and Jacob?
Controversial again, but I don't think Marc Marquez would win.
Oh, okay.
For me, the single most talented rider on that grid is Joan Mir.
Yeah.
So Mir would win.
I agree.
Marquez would be second. Maverick Vinales would be third.
Fucking shout. Good shout. Yeah, fair play. Okay, and your next question?
Max Stouffer 27 says, thoughts on Australia Superbike? Shout out to Max.
It's sick. I like it. It's the thing, right? The thing with Australian Superbike is it's good racing. There is a high level of talent in there with a high level of riders in there. You look at Ollie Bayliss, and you've got so many good riders in there.
Wayne Maxwell in there.
Wayne the Mackin' beast, mate. He freaking retired, came back, and he's still like beast moded it.
It was proven for me when Miller came along.
Yeah, and didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like, I don't want to miss anyone's names off, but like Josh Waters and all that. They're like, God. Brock Pearson, for example, as well. Like, really good rider. There's so much talent in there, but these riders they can't seem to like make the jump. Obviously Ollie's made it, but I'm not going to disrespect Ollie, but his surname definitely helped. He's very fast, but his surname carries a lot of weight with a Ducati under his belt,
Definitely. So, plus why we leave Australia.
A lot of riders lush. I think he wanted to finish school. Once he finished school, Ollie came over here. But like riders like Mike Jones have made the move over. And gone back. Josh Hook, for example, as well. And obviously Wayne Maxwell and Josh Waters have done BSB and stuff like that. But to make the jump into a world championship, I think is very difficult. And I think the championship level is very high, as Jack Miller proved. And it's higher than maybe we think it is.
Yep.
So yeah, my thoughts on it is it's a really good championship and people should go and watch it because it's good. It's just a shame it's on at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. for us.
Yeah. Seconded. 100%. Look forward to when Max actually gets up there now.
Yeah,
he will do.
Yeah, of course. Okay, and Cameron?
What more do you want me to add? Yeah, like super high. Is it? Yeah, like it's a super high caliber series. Good to watch. You just, unless you record it or find highlights, it's easy to miss in this country.
That's
the way it is. But yeah, like you certainly wouldn't be like disappointed watching an ASBK race. So
next one's from. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, Karen.
Next one's from Elliot Jones 188, who says, "Do you like cars? If so, what's your dream car and bike?"
No, I legit couldn't care less.
Okay.
Well, not even joking. I just don't give a shit about cars. So
what about bike?
Interesting.
Dream bike. As a kid, I wanted the Honda CBR 600RR. No, probably like an R6, to be fair. I love the new shape. I really like him. I think that'd be so fun to hoon around on the track on one of them.
Yeah, like, let me put it another way. You've got a garage space for a car and a bike. What'd you put in here? So an R6.
I don't know, that electric Porsche thing.
Taycan, yeah. Good shout.
That's it. That's fast. I don't know, I like Porsche.
Good shout.
Yeah, that's right.
I do like a Taycan. Cam?
I would have a custom bobber by Thornton 100.
Well, he's thought about this before, haven't he? You can tell.
I have salivated. I've salivated for many hours. Yeah.
When that podcast money comes in, you can buy one.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have a supercharged bobber by Thornton 100.
Oh, that's a good way to kill yourself. I like it.
I'll take it to Santa Pod and just have a laugh.
Banter.
Gorgeous machines and outrageous things. Not cheap though, so hence dream bike or that aerial thing.
Oh, yes.
That's a beast. Car, I don't know, like. It would have to either be some like ridiculous, like 2,000 horsepower modified Nissan GTR, or
like that Lamborghini SUV or something.
Something that's absolutely ridiculous, or like a quick electric thing like the Taycan.
For me, like Matic is going to love this deck.
Oh God!
Skyline R34.
Oh, okay.
In Bayside Blue.
But
yeah, the classic.
With the gold BBS wheels and the Nürburgring kit pack. Perfect. And bike.
Nice.
It'd be a Suter MMX 500.
Okay,
Of
yeah,
course.
fair. Yeah, nice.
Good shout.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, I mean, if it was any bike, I'd buy, KTM Moto 3. I'd buy one of them, just put it in my living room. That'd be so sick.
They are
especially
a
like an
gorgeous
IO
looking bike,
KTM
mate.
livery. Yeah. Okay.
They are a gorgeous bike. So yeah, I'd back it. But like one car and one bike, it'd be those for me. I got two more. One of them is another question and one of them's my own.
Okay.
Nice.
The next one is the most hype for the rookies has been around Raul Fernandez and Pedro Acosta. Will they be outshone by others?
MotoGP, I think Marco Bezzecchi is going to do a mad one this year. He looked good at Qatar. He crashed because his brakes overheated, and when he went to grab the front brake, he went straight to the bar and he had to use the rear and lost the front.
Yep.
I think with more experience, he will be up there. I think Marco Bezzecchi, who overtook Jack Miller, he's looking good, dude. So I think if Raul was on a Yamaha, I'd say no. Raul's not on a Yamaha, he's on a KTM, so I'm going to say yes. In Moto 2, Pedro got severely unlucky. Crash in qualifying, 4 minutes to go, despite being 0.225. Yes, I remember that because I'm a sad ass. 226, if you want me to be exact. 226
Fucking
under
sad.
the fast. I know. It's 0.226 under the fastest lap of the session. It would have sent him straight to P1. He crashed, couldn't get the bike back, started in P10, then got pushed back to P26 in lap 1 and made it back up to 12, including closing 3 seconds to Albert Arenas. So, Moto 2, I'm going to say no.
Okay. That sounds like he had it fucking prepared already, doesn't it? Fuck me.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Hard to argue with those points, really. Like,
I can though, and I will.
And you have pre-prepared something for it? I mean,
No.
it's the same word, isn't it?
But I think you're all discounting a certain F. Salach.
Now, I did think about Philip, but Pedro's on that IO that has the special engines, as we said. So
I think Salach, if any rookie's going to beat Pedro, it'll be Salach. He's built, Philip Salad, yeah. He's built for it, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's built different.
Yeah, and in MotoGP, I think DJ is going to end up being the top rookie. So
maybe. He looks good. He's got a race-winning teammate that'll only push him up.
Yeah, they get on. They've been Grassini teammates before.
Them two have been battling it out since they were on mini bikes. Them two since they're 4 years old. So
that's it. Yeah.
The chemistry is there.
I think to answer the question, both of them can very easily be outshone.
Yeah, fair play. Okay.
And the last question, which is my own one to you two. Who is the best ever wild card ride for you? And I'm going to just say it now. Bayliss was not a wild card in 06. He was a replacement ride for an injured Seti Gibino.
Yeah, because I was going to go then Nagasuga, but he was a replacement ride for Spies.
Yeah, that's Lorenzo. The other one, yeah. The Valencia one, yeah.
Chanonsu.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Speaking of, I actually had another question from Isabella De Ros, who is also the editor I mentioned earlier, who said, do you think Chanonsu can ever get back into the MotoGP paddock?
If Keenan allows him to, then maybe Moto 2, yeah.
Keenan's warrior school lets him go.
Yeah, that's it. I think we'll see Dennis and Chan maybe reunite in Moto 2 together, but
that'd be spicy.
That'd be sick. Keenan, because there's a Turkish racing team now, or has been in the past, and Toprak raced in it on the Kawasaki and then Onshu in the Super Sports. So, yeah, if they make a Moto 2 team for them both, I could see it happening.
But anyway, going back to the other one, the best wildcard ride, so Onshu, you're saying Chan?
Yeah, I'm saying Chan. What about you, Cameron?
Well,
I was thinking MotoGP class personally, but you just pissed it.
I'll be asked.
Fair enough. So I don't mean this in a derogatory way, right? But I am not as much of a nerd as you guys. And I don't keep track of wild cards with even a tenth of the enthusiasm that you do, unless they pull something out of the bag that's like ridiculous. And the only thing that I could kind of think of there was Bayliss at Valencia.
That's why I said it, because he was not.
I know, but so I don't have an answer for you, Jacob, and you're just going to have to live with it. I know you won't sleep, but
okay, I'll live with it. That's fair.
Okay, I'll just say, well, I don't know. I'm just going to go with Dick and say Chan Onsu, and there we go. Moving on.
Yeah, like you did kind of piss all over my fucking theory there, because I should have specified MotoGP class just to fuck you all off.
Okay.
Well, I had not accounted for Chan Onsu.
I take it you've got someone in mind.
No, I haven't. I actually haven't.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you two.
I see.
Because both of the ones who spring to mind straight away were replacements, not wildcards. So
yeah, fair enough. Well, okay. No, I don't have anyone. Sorry, for MotoGP anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Are you finished on your questions?
Yeah, man. What about Danny P at Austria?
He's good, but
he's the only one I can think of.
It ended in flames, didn't it?
Yeah, and then restarted and got
10th. Yeah,
10th. Well, yeah.
That's pretty 10th. Solid. Yeah, nice.
Okay, right. Last question of the podcast. From Jim since 1995. I do like that actually. That's quite creative. Jim since 1995.
That's a good one. That's a good handle.
That's cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Says, will Yamaha bottle it and lose Fabio Quartararo? What are your opinions?
Yes.
I'm going to say yeah, straight up. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, he's asked, Maverick Vinales has been asking Yamaha for years for more acceleration, hasn't got it. He's defected to Aprilia. Fabio's asked for it all through testing and again, doesn't have it. I think Fabio will struggle tremendously whilst he'll see other people riding with fair ease. I'm not going to say it's easy, but with better
comparative
ease. Yeah, comparative ease. You know, Fabio is maybe riding at 120% while someone else is riding at 100%. I think Fabio maybe get a bit envious of that and will make the jump. I don't know where. I couldn't say where. Maybe Ducati. Although Ducati have got two solid riders there, I think they would sack off Anea, Martin, and Miller if it was the chance of getting Fabio Quartararo.
That's a spicy opinion.
I know.
Okay.
I think I could see maybe a Honda, whatever. It doesn't matter at the moment. But yeah, my answer is yeah. I think they think that Fabio and Yamaha's days are numbered unless somehow Yamaha can pull something out of the bag and speed their bike up.
Okay. I'm going to say no.
No.
I'm going to say no.
Of course. Who saw that coming?
No.
You're having a differing opinion.
No, hear me out on this. Fabio, for all his complaining, clearly loves Yamaha. He wants them to do well. And he also has...
He paid his bills, mate.
Because he's on the Yamaha.
Has the big carrot of he's won a MotoGP title for Yamaha when Maverick Vinales was asking for loads of shit, did not. So for me, if they are going to be like, bruh, no fucking thanks, get away, for Fabio, they're not going to do anything different for anyone. He's got the most chance of getting the changes he wants for that Yamaha. And provided they give it to him, which they are perfectly capable of doing. You know, Yamaha are not exactly a fucking tiny offering, are they? Let's be honest. You know, they're not even they're like double the size of Suzuki. You know,
well, I think that's it. That's the point. Like if they fail to give Fabio the bike that he wants, then it wouldn't matter how hard they tried, they would be able to keep him.
But they're perfectly capable of doing so. And if they're going to do it for anyone, it'll be Fabio. So I don't think he'll leave yet. I think he'll give them an opportunity to square it.
Yeah.
If they fuck it by 2024, which is very possible, it's Yamaha. If they haven't sorted it by 2024, tough tits. I'm out. I'm off to Ducati.
He's 23 this year. He'll be 25 then. Does he really want to give up maybe his best years of his career on a maybe? maybe Yamaha fix it. Maybe they won't. They didn't fix it for Maverick. Will they fix it for me?
Maybe he wouldn't get on with any other bike.
Maybe not. That's the thing we won't know.
It's I think if they haven't sorted it by 2024, he's out.
Yeah, that's fair.
But to answer the question, it's a no, because not yet.
Fair enough.
In current form, they're not going to keep hold of him. Basically, I think that's maybe the fairest way to say it. Unless it changes, then they're not going to keep hold of him. He holds the cards. He's like he's the,
he's the rated world champion.
Stock. Yeah, like he's got the highest stock value, shall we say, in terms of riders.
There it is, the classic.
There it is, the classic. And so it doesn't
Do you
matter.
know what? Do you know what I think would be the most beneficial for two riders? Swap Rins and Fabio.
Yeah, I've said that for fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Rins was in Moto2, I was like, he needs to go on a Yamaha.
Fresh start for both riders.
Yamaha can give Rins a pay cut.
Yeah, Yamaha can give Rins a different outlook on life.
Yeah.
Fabio can go to a bike that now somehow has managed to make fucking rocket fuel out of a fucking inline-4 and turns still the same.
Mm.
It's Andy will have a very, very difficult teammate to come up against in Juan Mir.
My only counter to that is, where does Top Brack and Raul Fernandez fit into that?
RNF.
Yeah, but would Raul want to go RNF when Monster Yamaha's on the table, and same with Top Brack?
Would Raul want to go to RNF or stay at KTM?
Oh, he does not want to stay at KTM.
There we go.
Dead last, dude.
And there we go.
Fair point. Okay.
If Raul was already on the RNF and it was a question of move up or stay, I'd back you. But coming from where he has said many, many times he doesn't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think with Top Brack as well, he won't give up Red Bull. We know that already. He's said that.
Oh, good.
He's not giving up Red Bull. It would be cool. Red Bull Yamaha. Yeah. I think they would somehow make it run where Frankie will run Monster and Top Brack will run Red Bull, like Red Bull livery. I think that would happen.
Stunning.
That is the only way. Because Top Brack won't come for RNF. Top Brack will come for factory.
I don't know. If it's RNF with a promise of moving up in the next year to get himself through, I think he would.
Mate, Keenan Sofoglu is his manager, mate. He's not happening.
I think
he's not coming on.
As long as there's a guarantee in the contract that he will go factory the year after, I think like Top Brack, for all his mentalness, is very savvy in his moves. He knows what the right... Same as Sofoglu. Keenan will know that although there is a very good chance of factory Yamaha on the table straight away, might not be in Top Brack's best interest, because if he doesn't get on with it, I don't think
that's
RNF is
this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think RNF is as silly as it seems, honestly.
No, that's fair, but again, it's not the case of RNF being a good or bad team. It's a factory ride. If he then comes in next year as a double World Superbike champion, he's going to be demanding the best shit,
and he'll get it at RNF.
But it's the premise of it being a satellite ride, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. But I don't think it would be the worst idea to put him on that.
No, I agree. But I don't think Keenan will agree.
I know what you're saying as well, but I'm iffing an RN on that.
Yeah. I think we've lost Cameron.
Yeah, Cam's just been killed.
Yeah, but he's back.
He's live.
He's back.
I'm back. Hello.
Hello. But yeah, I think... Fucking hell, we nearly recorded for 2 hours. It's literally 10 minutes to midnight. I knew this would be
a long one.
Yeah.
Have you got any Q's or E's?
That's what she said.
No. No.
Because one person asked, what do you do for jobs? And I don't particularly want to answer that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. I do bike stuff.
I don't.
I would do bike stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't particularly want to get that personal.
Yeah, just because... Not whilst we're still employed by these people, if that makes sense.
I'm self-employed. I do what I want, but yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Punch cats and just go fucking round this. Yeah. Fucking do whatever you want.
Cameron's like a sound engineer, so if you're wondering why the podcast sounds like shit, it's because of Cameron. So
yeah. Sound engineering is. I know there are actual sound engineers that get precious over the title sound engineer, so I don't want to say I'm a sound engineer. I'm a musician who knows more than a typical musician about sound stuff. That's what I'll say. Okay.
And he's also very modest with it.
Yeah, he is. I want to give a big thank you to Cameron as well, because as you may have seen last week on the podcast, you may have heard it and it sounded normal, but in actual fact, Cameron's audio had completely corrupted, and Cameron spent an hour and a half of his life re-recording his entire audio for the podcast.
Yeah, round of applause for Cam.
Yeah, big up Cameron for that. Thank you.
And you couldn't tell.
He saved the show. Yeah, you couldn't tell.
There's a future in broadcasting for this fucker,
yeah. Well, I'll just stick with the EMR, Everything Motor Racing team. That's my niche. Yeah, boy. That's fine.
Maybe one day we'll start getting paid for this stuff and I can pay you.
Who knows? We're having fun.
Yeah, that's
the thing is, would you pay me for my voice?
No fucking way.
Exactly.
Chance. Jesus Christ.
I
will when you're slapping the mic.
No, dude, Cameron.
I hate you so much. Anyway.
Timestamp that. Okay, right.
I could see him die inside there. That was hilarious.
I think we're done here now, boys.
Yeah.
It's been a different pod, hasn't it? Been more interesting.
It's been nice.
No shit.
Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed this podcast. Just like to reinforce the fact that we are unbiased, despite us saying our favourite riders. And yeah, we will be back next weekend without Cameron for the Mandalika GP weekend.
Yeah.
At 4 a.m. in the morning. So, enjoy the racing, enjoy your race weekend, and we'll be back next week.
Nice one,
Goodbye.
guys.
Bye.